What's up, YouTube? Reezonoticz back once again, second video of the night. This is basically a Starfox video, alright? Based and dedicated to the Starfox series. It's also a reply, response, whatever you want to call it, to my boy Nintendo Fan 75. Left me a message or a comment on one of my videos asking me what I thought about the Starfox series. So, Nintendo Fan 75, brother, God bless you. Yo, straight up Starfox, man, what can you say, man? One of the greatest franchises of video game history. Had its birth on the Super Nintendo. Just give you a little history for those of you who, for some reason, don't know what Starfox is. It's a flight shooter, basically a spaceship type shooter, vehicle shooter, plane shooter, whatever you want to call it. Got its inception, its birth on the Super Nintendo. Had a Japanese sequel we never saw on the Super Nintendo. Continued it in one of the greatest games of all time on Starfox 64 on the Nintendo 64, which was basically, I think it was more or less of a remake of the first one. And then we had a sequel on the GameCube, which furthered the story. It was an actual sequel, Star Fox Assault. And then it was followed up by my favorite game of all time on the GameCube, ever made for GameCube, Star Fox Adventures. Had a couple of iterations, if I'm not mistaken, on the handheld systems. Didn't get to play those because I'm not a handheld dude. Of course, that's going to change Christmas when I get my 3DS. But, yeah, man, that's basically the history. What do I think about the Star Fox franchise? Like I said, one of the greatest franchises of all time. One of the funnest games you could play on the Super Nintendo. It was revolutionary at the time. It used my son. It used a special chip that the Super Nintendo had called the FX chip. And it gave it Super Nintendo the ability to do 3D type graphics. Very polygonal, but still epic for what was coming out at the time. Stars Fox McCloud was the main character. And he had a squadron or a flight team with him of 3 other characters: Slippy Toad, Peppy Hare, and Falco Lombardi, all his wingmen. Each of them had their own R-Wing, which is the name of the vehicles they used. You basically just went kind of on rails through levels, flying up and down, left and right, through what seemed to be, at the time anyways, 3D. And you just basically shot and blasted enemies out of your way. And it was super fun. It was great. Then on the 64, man, Star Fox 64 revolutionized video games, especially those type of games. Space shooters or vehicle shooters. Oh, man. Followed the same formula, on rails for the most part, but certain boss battles, you got to go into what's called all-range mode, where the wings would open up on your R-Wing, and you had free roaming control all over the landscape. Full 360-degree controls, up and down, all that. And also on the 64 version, what I liked was that they got rid of the gibberish. Like when you would hear the talking on the Super Nintendo, of course, understandably, a 16-bit console, there wasn't actual English or any real language coming out. It was just, they were just gibberish, and you would see the text on the bottom of what your peoples were telling you. And the 64, it was actual Japanese or English, depending on the version you had. And they were actually talking to you, tell you, oh, yo, get this guy off my back, or yo, I'm going to form on your wing, or whatever, this and that, or do a barrel roll, a classic saying. Do a somersault, all that. You would actually hear them talking to you. And it was really great, man. The 64 version was really one of the best games of all time. It introduced 2 new vehicles to the series, the Landmaster tank and the Blue Marine submarine. Just a great game, man. Great game. Star Fox 64 has a special place in my heart, man. Especially the multiplayer mode. You used to get around that split-screen 4-player mode with 3 of your buddies, man. And woof, that was right there with GoldenEye, man. You just stay up all night, blah, 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 shooting each other out the sky, man, having dog fights. You know what I'm saying? Really good game, really good game. The sequel on the GameCube, which Nintendo Fan 75, you said that was your favorite of the series. It's not my favorite of the series, but it's my favorite of the flying ones. I like Star Fox Assault. I think it is very underrated. I think the graphics were stupendous for that time. Just amazingly done. Beautiful, lush environments. Smooth controls. The R-Wing got a little remodeling done. Just really epic, man. Introduced another new character. Well, she was introduced in my favorite game on the GameCube, Star Fox Adventures, but she makes her cockpit debut in the R-Wing Crystal, which is the kind of like Star Fox, like Fox McCloud's girlfriend. Bro, super badass, man. The graphics were amazing. The level design was ingenious. You had a couple of on-foot levels where you actually got off the R-Wing and you would use, weapons like blasters or bombs and all that. Those levels were kind of a disappointment because they could have been a lot more fun had the controls been done better. But they were still, they're not intolerable, they're fun, they're good, they give you a diversity in the gameplay. But yeah, Star Fox Assault to me is one of the better games on the GameCube, one of the better games in the series. I really liked it. Of course, the multiplayer mode returns where you can go on foot and on the vehicles. So it's always good, man. Star Fox Adventures. A lot of people criticize this game. What is Fox McCloud doing getting out of his R-Wing? I'll tell you what he's doing. Whooping some major ass in a Zelda-like epic adventure. That's what he's doing. That game is phenomenal. And if you look at the reviews, it got pretty much stellar reviews from the websites that matter. You know what I'm saying? It is my favorite game on the GameCube. Star Fox Adventures is just epic. It feels so much like Zelda, but it doesn't because there's new characters in this new universe. The worlds were designed beautifully. Everything from Thorntail Hollow to Moonview Pass, Cape Claw especially. Just amazing environments. You got in the R-Wing to travel to the different parts of the planet that we're breaking up, but that game is basically an epic action adventure title where Fox McCloud, gets off of his R-Wing and he's equipped with a staff, and there's a real combat system, items to collect, worlds to unlock, objectives to complete, epic story, and at the end of it we find out that Andros, the age-old enemy, is the one pulling the strings, not General Scales, which is the guy you think is the main bad guy of the whole game. Really beautifully done. The cinematics are great. The voice acting is great. Everything about the game is just awesome. Star Fox Adventures was Rareware's big goodbye to Nintendo fans. Since they were going to jump ship like a bunch of idiots to Xbox or Microsoft or whatever, they were going to make one last game on a Nintendo console, and it was a gem. Like everything that Rare and Nintendo do together. Awesome game, man. So yeah, man, that's what I think of the Star Fox series. I think it's one of the greatest series. Do we need to see an actual console sequel? We should have seen one on the Wii. And there's still time, but I doubt they'll do it. But for Wii U, they better bring that sucker back because Star Fox is epic. Epic. That's why they redid Star Fox 64 on the 3DS with 3D graphics, which I am definitely getting. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's Star Fox is just, it's out there, man. It's awesome. You know, if you don't like Star Fox, then you must not like those type of games. Because as far as those type of games goes, it is the top of the pack. It is the head of the race, man. It's amazing. Like I said, I really want to see a sequel, and I would love to see a sequel to Star Fox Adventures. I feel that they can do it because from Star Fox Adventures to Star Fox Assault, the story continues. You run into characters from Star Fox Adventures in Star Fox Assault. So there's always room to go back and reopen that universe and have another on-foot adventure with Fox McCloud and his runs. And this is done by Nintendo, and if Rare gets smart and comes back and helps them do it, another solid classic. Not just classic, I'm talking about a 10.0 out of 10.0. You know what I'm saying? Just amazing. So yeah, man, Star Fox, Nintendo fan 75, you got good taste, brother. Star Fox is amazing. It's one of those games that I definitely, like I said, want to see a sequel on Wii, and if not on Wii U. Pilot Wings is another one of those games. I know they did one for the 3DS, which I'm just dying to play because I saw the reviews and it looks amazing. But I want a console version, you know what I'm saying? I really want Pilot Wings back out there. Wave Race is another one I really want out there. IGN is doing a really good feature these last couple of weeks or week or two on the GameCube. Looking back on the GameCube and the Xbox because it's their anniversary. And they're like remembering Rogue Squadron, remembering Wave Race, remembering Luigi's Mansion. Wave Race needs a sequel. Rogue Squadron would be awesome if they came out with another one on the Wii U or the Wii, either way. Yeah, man, Star Fox is just one of those games, man, that it'll always live on, always. So, hope you enjoyed this video, my brother. Hope you guys out there enjoyed it. Subscribe, comment. Let me know what's up, man. Let me know what y'all want me to get into, man. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. You know how we do.